Are you good with that? Don't worry, 2 more activities are yet to come. Start. Feel free, raise your hand if you need to go. Yeah. How many people are missing from this team? Another 2 minutes, I am not going to allow them entry. If you want, go right away outside, call them in, or otherwise they will have to ring it out. Okay. Team at the back, yeah. Okay.
Energy level. We utilize and the most important is the trust factor. We actually trust them.
Okay. Guys, I mean, these people are talking about trust. What is trust? Where it comes from? Outside of it. Source of trust is outside of it. So who asked you not to have it? Oh, you did? You get suspicious sometimes? Trust is the outcome of certain behavioral patterns. It's not any kind of emotion or by itself learning point. And it generates over a period of time. Now, how did you manage? 30 minutes का time था वो trust पहले नहीं था and फिर generate हुआ कहाँ से आया?
Because you're very confident on the way they were actually, trying to, like, how to deal with it. You were quite confident that you were able to do it. So that was one of the confidence on there.
Any other significant emotions?
The more the task got difficult,
Can you have one voice? Thank you.
as the task was getting difficult, we started depending on each other for the views, so we got solutions which helped us to overcome.
Anything else?
And most of the even the task was like once you cross the road, we are supposed to keep silent. So we are silent, we are supposed to cross that. So that excitement, like we are holding ourselves not to talk, and like we are showing sign languages so that like we come down, go up, and like the moment the task got completed, we just started bringing out of happiness. So that's
Happiness was another. Anything else? In the back, please. If you have something to share. Coordination was good amongst girls. I heard girls. Yeah, because I know before starting of that Sotomayor activity, girls would be in one corner and boys are doing all the planning. इसको उठा के पहला डालते हैं. And girls are like, is it me? Are they talking about me? Are they going to lift me? And how? And what? And that is where trust actually goes for toss. You really need to talk it out. I think I remember first team they did Sotomayor near that bungalow. I told them, please involve these girls also because they are going to be part of this action. Without that, things don't happen. All right, good. Any other highs or lows as far as Sotomayor activity is concerned?
Why we didn't get the
You completed? You finished activity?
Yes, sir.
On time, before time? How many minutes before?
6 minutes.
Excellent. Now, what were the highs and what were the lows?
when we started, we were ready to it, but still there might be
Yeah. Anything, any lows?
You are able to balance the weight.
because this so far when we were about to go, but when we came to here, we understood like how much actually we need to carry.
What was the most difficult portion of Sotomayor? self-analysis. The way she said, most of you said, मैं. I really didn't know. मतलब activity करना है, but then I need to see ये 4-5 लोग मेरे को उठा पाएंगे क्या? And then you would show that cooperation. It doesn't matter. It's their problem. It's their problem. Okay. And then, good. So, all right. Coming to this stage. So, Tomar, activity completed?
Yes, sir.
How was it? Any emotions, learnings, takeaway points? Can we have one voice? Unless you have something very important to share. I forgot. Can you repeat for me? How satisfied you were?
Very much. Jumping.
Remember that point. The moment you completed activity and you all were shouting with joy, those are the markers. Those are the pointers that you need to remember in life. How success tastes. That's how it tastes. It's not good, bad, ugly, bitter, sweet. It tastes that way. Nothing else compared to that. Nothing else compared to that. Okay. Anybody else? Sotomar activity. You finished activity? You finished activity? On time, before time?
Before time.
How many minutes before?
5 minutes.
12 minutes.
12
Sotomar activity. Team name?
Brainstorm.
5 minutes to go. Finish that activity, 5 minutes to go.
Sir told us the completion of activity is carrying the object and return to the normal position. That is what all the
Doesn't matter. As far as you have completed, it's fine. And well within time, it's great. It's excellent. Any other high points, low points? Is there any team? Yeah, please go ahead.
So the last one to cross the road was very difficult. We have to plan accordingly that how that other person will cross that road. So that was a
This is
difficult.
the part and parcel of planning. That activity was designed to generate trust and to shade inhibitions and that social mask. Okay? Now, how am I going to lift someone? वहाँ से जो question चालू होते हैं, that is self-doubt, doubt about others, how are they going to lift me? Because everyone need to go from top. So how is it going to happen? This is designed to generate trust, designed to, outcome is in mind is trust, super communication. Okay? These are the outcomes. Any other low points? As I know, one of your team member, she didn't complete, she didn't participate. She said she is not going to participate, or you said please don't participate. So what stopped you from convincing her? So what if I have to give you activity incomplete because one person didn't go?
But still, she was a part of it. She was coordinating. She was telling us how should we go.
Well, she didn't cross.
She was telling us how should we go.
I said till the end she didn't cross. So what if I have to term this activity as incomplete?
She was very
Do you know something that human tendency is to say no first? ये होगा क्या? मेरे से नहीं होगा. And then they will ask, बता क्या करने का है? We have developed this tendency right from the beginning. Okay. So when she said she gave you that reason, why didn't you try and talk it out with her? Okay, let me ask her. What is it that you are not comfortable about?
I was not sure of crossing the line on their back.
How do you know, since they have never ever picked you in their life? How do you know that they are not capable of doing?
It was not to break their hands or legs. That was
How do you know you are going to break their hands and legs? Isn't it generalization? Isn't it generalization? If I quickly do a tally of weight, किसका वजन कितना है, to your surprise you will find it may be 4 or 5 kgs extra. That's it. It's your belief. I'm not specifically pointing at that belief. I'm saying never ever in life you say that I feel it may not be possible, therefore please, I don't want to do it. Never say that. Let them decide. If they say, okay, it can't be done, I'm sorry, then you say, yeah, that's okay. And team, never ever give up on any team member. No matter what is the situation, never ever give up. Never ever give up. It's as simple as that. Good. Fine.
Just to add to what Yateen said, I don't know how many of you know, if anyone in the world asked Anil Kumble who was his 383rd test wicket, he will reply. He was injured and out. You know, he was wearing this jaw. He was
Plaster. His jaw was broken, fractured.
And that
Plaster on that.
That photo, you know, when we took Lara's wicket, it was in the headlines. And at that point of time, he was wearing specs. So the point what he is drawing is, never ever give up on any of the team member who speaks in moments.
We talked about positive mental attitude, right? Here is the case. Here is the case. It's as simple as that. Feeling uncomfortable because of that you are saying no, I don't want to make fun of myself. Okay, I agree. I take those points. Team, it's team. What if those who cross over the line, they are going to survive, and those who are remaining behind, they are going to die. In that case, you would have said, ठीक है, तुम रुक पीछे, देखो नहीं जमता तो हम लोग जाते हैं. In that case, would you have accepted? You would have pleaded them for God's sake, कैसे करो मालूम नहीं मेरे को, get me to that side. It's the change of situation that makes human different. Does that make sense? Because there was nothing to lose. हमने बोला अच्छा ठीक है, I mean एक है एक नहीं है, नहीं करना. Alright, never ever. Thank you. Okay, this team. You finished activity? Good. So you didn't finish activity. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Was there any time in between that activity, during that activity, you felt like quitting?
No.
No. I didn't get proper no.
No.
What is one good, simple reason for you not completing that activity, according to you? Oh my God. I like that. That's a bold answer. But that's not so. That's not so. We always, even if we do, I actually saw you personally very much involved, getting angry on things, you know. That's not bad because your involvement was there. So, was there any element in team that somehow had resigned from the activity from within? वहाँ खड़ा है, क्या करना है, इधर पकड़ना है, बोल, आगे बोल, हाँ, यहाँ, okay, ठीक है. That is resigned from within, at the same time showing that I'm participating. Look guys, that is even bad. I'm not saying if there was anyone, but if there was anyone, please, in team sports you have to give your 100, maybe 110%. Nothing less than 100%. Outcome doesn't matter. Right? So what are the highs and lows of the activity? Right. Learnings. I'm talking about high point in that particular activity. Let's face it, yeah, it's okay. Okay, I mean that's fine. He said, yeah, okay. I mean I need to go across and take me out. I mean take me there. Okay. You couldn't do it, that was your low point, and you once at least tried doing it. You finished sending him that side. Package was delivered or halfway through? Delivered. Once delivered and second time couldn't deliver. So high point, low point, that way. Everybody else was fit enough? Fine, good. Steve. High points, low points during Sotomar activity. You finish activity? I think I saw you were the last one to go, right? वो टच हो गया मेरे को लगा हवा से टच हो गया. So I mean हवा से हवा का झोंका आया. इसके लिए I didn't see, but you finished it. You finished it. You deserve that. Okay. So what are the high points, low points?
Low points were we couldn't find out the proper strategy or plan in how to make that person cross the room.
That it was dangerous to do the balance, especially for the girls. It can be injuries also.
I have an interesting point here. Please pay attention. What is that? What is dangerous? To pass on the girls.
Yeah. There can be injuries if they will fall down.
What about guys? You're somebody who is brotherly caring for girls. Come on. Take your point as it was dangerous and you are genuinely concerned about girls in general and maybe overall team members. What would happen from the height of 3 feet if you fall down? What would happen? कितना बार बचपन में ऐसा जंप किया रहेगा? कितना बार फुटबॉल क्रिकेट खेलते समय गिरा रहेगा? What was that fear for?
But it can be affect the team.
What?
Sir, if I should make it like a boy can pretend falling rather than girl.
Not really. Probably what happens is, see, these kind of thoughts are infectious. Once that doubt comes in someone's mind, it spreads like wildfire within team. And once that happens, then nothing can stop. Remember in the morning I told you the match is lost or won even before it started. In everything, the entire process starts here. It starts and ends here. And then you enter down. Anybody else? What were the high points, low points, and why, in one sentence, why you think you lost? Or you couldn't complete it?
It was unplanned.
Okay. Anybody else? Coordinator. Previous coordinator.
High point, that was a big point about our business. We tried in many different ways.
Okay.
Everything done.
Right.
Getting to the best.
Can you have silent in the back? Somebody still talking?
The low point is the boys.
Boys?
Bottom line is the girls coordinated as well as how the boys coordinated. That was the best part.
रुक के एकदम इंस्टॉलमेंट में बोल रहे हैं जो पॉइंट है क्लियरली बोलो करो टेल मी आई मीन सो ओपन फोरम nobody is going to take you for a task बोलो ना whoever did anyone tell you no I am not going to do yeah tell me
Everyone was supportive and very nice. But earlier we were not so comfortable with each other. But later on we relaxed and we were like, no, she must do it. No, she can do it.
so where is the result
Trust and very supportive.
was there a trust issue about specific person
No, not everybody was person.
फीलिंग क्यों आ रहा है अभी भी कुछ पर्दे के पीछे है लेकिन मेरे को दिख नहीं रहा है guys it's open forum speak it up because today your team may have failed in that particular activity tomorrow that should not happen tomorrow that should not happen alright I'll ask you other way around what is it that should have happened there from your side that would have ensured that team has finished that
Perfect plan.
You attribute your failure to non-planning or not perfect planning. Anything else? I think जो टीम ने complete किया 5 मिनट 10 मिनट पहले जो भी है, they also tried everything, right? So what is the difference? They also attempted. They were not like, they didn't come with perfect मालूम है कैसा करने का and go ahead and execute. What was the problem? Yeah, I'm waiting for answer. So are they different? Those who managed to balance well, I think they were also not balancing well. They just somehow coped up with the situation. When did you give up? And that's wrong, no? When you know right from the beginning ये होने वाला नहीं है अपने से, तो halfway through give up कर देने का, ठीक है, नहीं होता है, नहीं होता. Why didn't you give up?
You wanted to do that.
The moment we use or try, we set ourselves for failure. You know that? There is no grey area. It's black or white, yes or no. Doing it, not doing it. The moment you say I will try, that implies in neuro-linguistic programming, I'm going to fail. Let me find out reason, proper excuse. Why to fail? Why I'm harping on this is, it's very easy for someone to say, okay, our team did it, and these are the results, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Very easy for someone to say, okay, we didn't do it, and these are the results, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In your case, you don't even know why you couldn't complete. The reasons that you're giving, balancing problem, not a good excuse. I can't buy that. What else? It's a chance to speak up. You're feeling tired, you're feeling warm. What is the problem? Okay, was there any problem? This is the first step in problem solving. He is acknowledging and understanding, yeah, there was a problem. Was there any problem? Yes? What was it? You were dirty, was it a problem? Is that a problem? Is that the reason you didn't complete activity? See me on break. This is the mildest possible outbound training program. It's the mildest possible outbound training program. No physical activity. Tell me, what is it? So what you did when you didn't know how to start with? What you did?
We started to drop over the animal.
Problem with your team is you're so confused right now that you didn't even know कि ये नहीं हुआ, क्यों नहीं हुआ, and why. Why is that confusion?
You wasted a lot of time in discussion. How to make, who will do first.
Was it a trust issue?
Trust.
Say yes. Guys, was it a trust issue? So what you are discussing? How to balance. It's like discussing swimming यार in classroom. 8-15 दिन डिस्कस करो कुछ नहीं होने वाला unless you jump into water. Alright, later on, whenever you get time, let Manmeet sir know what was the reason. I need to know. Because I can see that there are some factors that affected, and that is the reason you couldn't do it. Unfortunately, I didn't know. I usually observe things much beyond your understanding of how I go roam around and a lot of things I pick up. But I missed it. I missed it completely. Otherwise, I would have pointed out what's the reason. Good, no problem. Good. So that was Sotomar. Starting with this team, what are the learnings from Sotomar activity? Trust. Again. Just learning. Coordination. Everyone's opinion matters. That is what we call the brainstorming. Brainstorming is coming up with non-judgmental ideas. What else?
Sir, involve all members.
Involvement, wholehearted and holistic involvement of all the members, and that drives you towards teamwork. That drives you towards teamwork. Anything else?
So we can work in silence also.
You can work in silence. Does communication matter? Does communication matter?
Yes.
But there was silent zone. So communication का क्या ले रहा है? 7% spoken word, 33% tonal value, and 55% physiology. So that was working in silent zone. And fortunately, silent zone comes like a bliss. Why comes like a bliss? Simply because that time you don't speak. जब आपको बोलने की मुभा रहती है, बोलने की परमिशन रहती है, everyone gives free consultation to everybody else. तू ये कर या ये मत कर. Silent zone आता है कि और कुछ कर नहीं सकते, so people concentrate on मेरा job क्या है, let me mind my own business. And somehow things start happening better in silent zone. Alright? That's silent zone. Alright, communication. Anything else? Explain. Faith, which way? Someone said faith, right? I heard faith. How? Which way? What? Faith in what? Team? Yourself?
Having faith, they look after it. Not like we have to cross the rope, and what happens like we are picking us up, or like we are very awkward. We don't have proper balance as such. So unless and until you don't have faith in your team members that yes, they will get through this problem or through this issue.
So isn't faith the first step of trust?
Yes.
In a way, it goes towards trust. Okay. Anything else? It is the important factor. The difference you wanted to know between two teams, they didn't know how to balance, you didn't know how to balance, you kept on discussing, procrastinating the entire matter. In their case, they jumped into action knowing that chalo yaar kar lete hai. That motivation from within was very much. It doesn't mean your team was demotivated, but always it's one bad apple, it causes entire rack to go back. I'm not saying there is one or many bad apples. There may not be none. Person is always right. Situation and reaction of that person to situation is always or sometimes wrong. And we label that person, ये गलत है बंदा. Situation गलत होती है, person कभी गलत नहीं होता. If someone says, यार ये कौन करेगा, नहीं करना चाहिए, the thought is so infectious, everyone may have picked up. छोड़ना यार नहीं करो. And on the other hand, there are teams they say, कैसा नहीं करने का. Let's go ahead and do it. Difference is, they finished it, we could. But motivation from within is the most important. Okay? It starts with self-belief, it starts with knowing your own abilities, it starts with having that self-confidence that come may what, I will push myself beyond limits and get this activity done. 3 or 4 people I know for sure, they are injured, किसी का पैर में लगा है, किसी का neck में लगा है, and all those kind of things. What was that? That was a symbol of, okay, I am willing to take initiative, I am willing to give my 100%. It's okay if 10 people are going to step on me, I am for that. That is taking initiative. So Sotomayor activity, that initiative is most important. Otherwise, it's a big question mark, kaisa janega wahan par, and who will lift home, and how, I mean, there are many people, I mean, in your case, you just counted yourself out, telling people, it might be awkward for you people, that was your good intention for them and all that, but the entire team may have had a chance, यार अगर इसको हमको वो साइड भेजना है ना, तो हमसे होने वाला नहीं है, इधर बैठ जाते हैं, बोलते हैं हमसे एक्टिविटी नहीं होगी. So they didn't do that. Whereas I really wanted them to convince her also. See, ordinary people putting in extraordinary efforts, that is going to take you towards something known as world record. It is not extraordinary people putting in ordinary work. That's never going to happen. You have to believe it somewhere within you. That belief has to come from within. We can pull through, we can do it, we can push enough, and we can achieve it. These activities you have never done before, right? So those who finished, they felt sense of satisfaction. Those who couldn't finish, they might be feeling, yaar, nahi hota tha, hota hi nahi tha. Look at yourself. Isn't it positive attitude? We use this word, na? Positive attitude. Be positive, man. It's okay. Life goes on. Nothing stops. But where do we implement? This was your chance. How do you know something is not going to happen or going to happen unless you have tried it? How can you label something? I'm going to ask you a simple question based on positive attitude. सुबह हमने bread butter खाया? I have a slice of bread in my hand. I'm going to apply butter on that, and maybe on that maybe some more jam. Okay? I don't know. Someone just comes and push me hard, and मेरे हाथ से वो slice उड़ जाती है. Which way it will fall? Butter side down. How many people believe butter side down? How many people believe non-butter side down? Please raise your hand. Butter side down. Non-butter side down. It can't stand like Shode ka coin. Okay, it can't stand. It has to go this way or that way. Quickly, butter side down. Raise your hands. Non-butter side down. Raise your hands. No results. It will go what in heaven? So how do you know it will fall anyway? This side or that side? How do you know? How do you know it's going to fall butter side down? That you read, guys, you read book called Secret, The Secret. You attract what you focus on. You just focus on negative, you'll attract negative. You focus on positive, you'll attract positive. The right answer is, you're right, those who say it can fall anywhere around. But how much is the percent? If you say 60% butter side and 40% non-butter side, still it is not good. It can be 50-50. And then that is the point. इतना बोल के हम लोग चुप बैठे हाँ 50% chance है boss. I have positive attitude. What you did about that balance 50%, that chance that you have had, that I can go ahead and do this activity. Did you explore that? No. You said 50% chance है activity होगा नहीं होगा, and you stuck on to 50%, नहीं होगा, looks like that is what it is. You have to go for that balance 50%. अगर मैंने किया नहीं है पहले, and if I don't know what is going to be the outcome, how can I be sure about it? And if I'm not going to be sure about it, I have to strive for that balance 50%, which is positive attitude. I would say even if it is what? 10% chance that things can go right, go for that 10%. That is real positivity. Okay, that's where the leaders comes from. Good. Quickly, let's talk about our other beautiful activity, Pengu ball. What is Pengu ball? Well, I don't know. There's a name that just came. Okay, what that meant to you? रिस्क नहीं था ना. गर्ल्स ने गर्ल्स को पकड़ा था, बॉयज ने बॉयज को पकड़ा था. जब मैंने बोला that you can shuffle if you want, then people said हाँ यार ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं. Which team performed highest goals? Give them a big hand for that. Is that the number one performance? How do you decide number one? What parameters you have to decide number one? MIS. एनालाइज नहीं किया गया था, डेटा मेरे से नहीं पूछा गया था, हाउ मेनी गोल्स कैन बी डन? I would say 30, 35, 40 गोल हो सकते हैं. Then compared to that, is it number one? Amongst your 4 teams, is it number one? Yes. Go outside in market and you suddenly find that you are not number one. That's the difference, right? You need to have that MIS right. So the team that did highest goals, they did well. Rest of the teams 10, 10, 15, you did splendid job. When you really started believing that goal हो सकता है, probably after doing that first goal. Everybody have had different excuses. मेरा हाथ दुख रहा है, मेरा ये हो रहा है, तो ऐसा कैसा पकड़ रही है, ऐसा कैसा पकड़ रहा है, and then जब पहला गोल होता है, सब excuses vanish होते हैं. Then people are not interested in excuses. कोऑर्डिनेटर बॉल लेता है, किसको पूछता भी नहीं तेरे को क्या तकलीफ है, सीधा जाके पहले वाले के सर पे रख देता है, लो लेके जाओ, ओके, एंड they go, and it keeps on happening. That's so important. What feeds your motivation is that first glimpse of success. If you taste that success, then everything within starts coming out. Okay, we can do it. That belief starts coming. Okay. That's the activity more or less about accumulating, maximizing your points, maximizing your profits. Okay. The team that didn't stop after doing 10 to 15 goals and went on doing till 23 goals, it's excellent. It's excellent. Anytime you would have probably thought, नहीं ठीक है यार, अभी हो गया ना, enough हो गया, इतना तो किया नहीं किसने, बस हो गया. That if you would have done that, that would have been, worst in your field. Just go on. Establish record. Establish record, boss. Don't follow someone's record. Establish record. That's the way it is. All right. Quickly, let me understand what were the emotions.
You were very casual about it.
Emotions, any particular thought process? Pengu ball. Anybody? This team? Did you understand the question? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, you attempted based on that. Anything in terms of high points, low points, pengu ball? Yeah. So it's like learning new skill, getting adapted, used to it, and slowly making it unconscious function so that you can deliver again and again and again. That's fantastic. How did it feel holding somebody by the back and it was awkward and some people are like this, ball kidhar hai, and some people are like this, ball kidhar hai, I mean there's no mix and match. No guarantee kaun kaisa kaun se time pe hoga, but somehow you knew that once the ball is there, you have hold it and then you are taking it there. Was it awkward? It was. It was in the beginning. You got used to that awkwardness. Is it something that you do on a daily basis? Then it was awkward. ऐसा कोई पकड़ता है क्या तुमको? चल ट्रेन पकड़ते हैं ऐसा नहीं होता है ना? Then that was awkward. What happened is you really got used to that awkwardness. So adaptability is the function. Shoes were getting dirty, socks were getting dirty. वो नीचे गिरा हुआ गंदा बॉल इधर ऐसा पीठ पीछे आता था. Someone must have thought मेरे बाल आज लगता है घर पे जाके धोने पड़ेंगे, etc. etc. These all things makes us come up with so-called valid excuses for non-performance. You guys are excellent. You didn't give yourself those excuses. It said, let it be. I mean, so what? So what? In mountaineering, we ask this question to ourselves. Always, whenever we face any problem, we have this question, which is, why not? Why not me? And why not now? 3 questions that solve all the problems for us. It's simply me going to do it now. As against people, why me? Why now? And why in the first place you have to do it? These are the questions that take you away from so-called growth, so-called your personal growth, motivation. Alright? So guys, well done. Fantastic. We still have 2 more activities. I have to keep looking at the watch and we need to finish them. After that again we will talk. If possible, I will allow you to let your hand and feet wash under some kind of shower if that is being permitted. Let's see. Alright? Is there anyone who would like to say anything or share anything about these 2 activities?
Otherwise, if like in normal class, if I stand and they know what you did.
Guys are always poor. लड़की का धक्का लगता है ना तो गाइस ही बोलते सॉरी. लड़के का धक्का लगता है तो लड़की ऐसी देखी कि it is something that we have lived by. Those were the standards, those were the values we have created, and that's how we behave. Okay, my point is simple. Over here you have had a chance to break those barriers. Around us there are bubbles of limitations. If I ask you to chalo yahan se हमको है ना पुणे चल के जाना है, most of you will say, are you nuts? Are you mad? Are you out of your mind? yahan se पुणे चल के think for some time. Is it not possible? It's very much possible. अगर चांद पे बनी है, अगर कुछ तकलीफ है, अगर बॉम्बे में बाढ़ आने वाली है, there is going to be a tsunami in Mumbai and maybe going on the ghats or upper section, Lonavala, Pune, that's the only resort. Why not? You will walk all the way. How many times we end up saying no, I can't, without even giving it a proper thought that is it possible? Just say no, I can't. 10 times think before you say I can't. Okay. Next activity which is coming up, somewhat similar to Pengu ball, but there is no big ball coming on your neck. There is going to be a small, and there are going to be 5 channels. Let's have fun. I'm going to give instructions to one and all simultaneously, so that now there won't be anything such as confusion. You'll get to know the rules, and all 4 teams are going to play in full view of each other in competitive manners. Absolute competitive.